Welcome to the last day of learning about factors. It's not the last day you'll be doing factors, but it's the last day you'll be learning about them, okay? So, we are still working on identifying all the factors of a given number. That's been your learning target all week, and I'm pretty sure you're sick of it, but don't worry, we're almost done. I think at this point, most of you understand factors, okay? So your success criteria, you need to be able to, or you need to understand that factors will never be bigger than the product. And that's because factors fall down, meaning they stay the same size or they get smaller. So if I'm trying to find factors of 9, it will either be 9 or smaller than 9. You understand that factors are the numbers you multiply together to get a product. And you are able to identify all the factors of a given number, and then you zoomed your teacher with your exit ticket. So, same thing in this example, my 3 and my 4 are my product. And you'll notice that my factors here are not bigger than my product, and they never will be because factors fall down, meaning they get smaller. They will not get bigger, okay? 2 words to note and make sure that you have locked away in your brain are the words prime. And an example of a prime number would be 13. It's an example of a prime number because the only factors it has are 1 and 13, because those are the only 2 numbers you can multiply together to get 13. And then we have another word called composite. An example of a composite number would be the number 12 here, because not only does 12 have 1 and 12 as factors, but it also has 3 and 4 and 2 and 6. So that is an example of a composite number because it has factors other than 1 and itself. Moving on. Today's going to look a little bit different. Today's going to look different because I know oftentimes when we look at something or when we're doing it in class, we get it. We know how to do it, right? The second it's on a test or it's formatted differently, meaning it looks a little different, we forget what we're doing. We don't know anything anymore, right? So in order to avoid that, I thought I'd give you a nice, easy day with a lesson on how to figure that out. And since you already know all about factors, it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so this first one says, which of the following are factors of 63? Select 2 that apply. This is important. Some of my questions will say select 2 that apply, meaning I need 2 answers, okay? Other questions will not have that, meaning I just need 1, okay? So I'm going to start thinking about this, and I always like to eliminate answers before doing anything crazy, okay? Now, things I look for when eliminating answers for factors. I look for if a number is bigger than the number I was given. In this case, I was given 63. If it has a number in the answer that is bigger than 63, I know it is not correct because factors fall down. So I'm already thinking, C's not correct, okay? Now I've already eliminated one of my answers. Another thing I look for when trying to eliminate answers is the number 0 for these factors, right? Because anything times 0 is 0. And if I was not given the number 0, then it's not a factor, okay? So I see the number 0 here, so I'm going to cross that out. I already have 2 answers crossed out. Now I know I'm going to select 2 that apply. So I'm going to look at A. Okay. 1. Is 1 times something going to give me 63? Yeah, okay. What about 3? Well, I remember that trick with the 3s, where if you add the digits up and it is something that is divisible by 3, then 3 is a factor. Okay. Well, 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 is divisible by 3, so 1 and 3 right now, looking pretty good. Now 7. 7 times 9 gives me 63, so that one's correct. And I already said the 9, so I'm thinking A. Now, I'm done, right? No, because it says select 2, so I gotta select 2, otherwise I'm gonna get it wrong. So I already said, okay, well I said 7 and 9. I'm gonna look at some of these other ones, okay? I'm gonna look at D. I already said 7, 9, 21. Okay, 21 plus 21. The reason I'm adding them is I'm trying to see if I add them enough if I can get 63. 1 plus 1 is 2, 4 plus 21 more, 3. Oh, I got 63, which means 3 times 21 is going to get me 63. So this one, all of those seem correct. So I selected A and D. And I could make sure, well, 28 is very close to 21, and I'm pretty sure if I added that up, it's not going to give me 63. And same thing with this 27, okay? So my answers were A and D. Now, this next one says, which of the following are factors of 71? Please notice that it doesn't say select 2. I'm only going to pick one answer for this one, okay? So, using what I just learned, go ahead and pause the video and see if you can eliminate 2 answers. Okay, hopefully you said, well, this has a 0, so no way. And this one has numbers that are bigger than 71, so no way because factors fall down. Okay, now I need to start thinking about the other options. 1 and 71. That looks correct, but I'm not going to pick it right away. I'm going to make sure. Okay, let's look at D. D has a 7. 7 times 10 is going to give me 70, right? If I add 7 more, it's going to be 77. So that's not going to be a factor of 71. So I'm going to cross it out. This one also has a 7, so I'm going to cross it out. Okay, I have 9 as the first one in F. So I'm going to think about this one. Okay. 9, 9, 9. What times 9 will get me close to 71? Let's do 9 times 8. 9 times 8 is 72. It's 1 less. That's not going to work. So A is my answer. Okay? Okay. So these ones you're going to try to do yourself, and I'm going to give you some big ol' hints, okay? So the first one says, which of the following are factors of 16? Select 2 that apply. So how many answers do I need? 2. Dos. I need 2 answers. So go ahead, pause the video, start by eliminating the answers that don't make sense, and then go by each number and decide, are these factors of 16? Okay, hopefully you already picked your 2 answers. If not, you need to pause the video, man. Okay, so I would get rid of this one because it has a 0 in it, and I know 0 is never going to be a factor. And then I also see this one has like 48. That's bigger than the number I'm given, and factors fall down, so bye. Okay. Now, I'm going to start thinking about this. Okay, I have A, and it says 1. Well, 1's going to be a factor, so I'm thinking, okay, that's probably going to be right, but I got to look at all of them. 3 is the next number, so I'm going to say, oh, the trick with the 3 is I need to add the digits and see if it's divisible by 3. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Is 7 divisible by 3? No, I can't divide 7 by 3. It's not a thing I can do. So A, bye. And now I'm already left with 2 answers. Well, 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times 8 is going to give me 16. 4 times 4 is going to give me 16. So this one's all correct. 8 times 2 is going to give me 16. And 1 times 16 is going to give me 16. So C and E are the correct answers. Now let's go over and look at this other one. And this other one says, which of the following are factors of 56? Notice that it is not asking you to select 2. It's just saying which ones are the factors. Okay, so I want you to pause the video. You're going to start by eliminating the answers that don't make any sense. Then you're going to go through and double check each factor. Okay, hopefully you said, well, this one has a 0, so bye. And these right here are bigger than 56, so bye. So now I have 3 options. They all have a 1, okay? And I agree, 1 is, yep, that's a factor. I'm using my factor check up here now. 2. Well, 56 is an even number, so yep, 2 should be in there. Okay. The next one says 3 for B. So I'm going to check. 5 plus 6 equals, well, 5 plus 5 equals 10, so plus 1 more, 11. Is 11 divisible by 3? Can I divide 11 by 3? Nope. So that one, bye. Now I have 2 answers, and I know that 1 and 2 are correct factors. I've determined 3 is not. So now the next one is 4. Well, they have 4, 7, 8, 14, and 56. They all are the same, except for the one has a 56. So I'm going to look at that. Is 56 a factor of 56? Yes. So this is the most correct answer, okay? It doesn't tell me to pick multiple, so I'm just going to pick the one that is most correct. And that would be that 56. Okay. Now, you guys have an exit ticket. And I know this lesson's been pretty short, okay? I'm going to read them to you real quick, so that way I can give you a big ol' hint. So stay tuned, okay? So you're still identifying the factors of a given number. So the first one says, which of the following are factors of 34? Okay? You'll end up eliminating the answers that don't make any sense, and then you will narrow it down using the factor checklist, the factor check over here if you need it. Okay? And then the second one says, which of the following are factors of 21? Select 2 that apply. So how many answers should I have? 2 answers. Okay? So that means when you Zoom me or Mr. Davis, the first one you will have selected 1 answer with all the factors. And then the second one you will Zoom us with 2 answers. Okay? Remember to eliminate the answers that don't make any sense first and then go from there. If you have any questions, please contact myself or Mr. Davis.